So here we are with the brand new iPhone 5, which we've just unboxed, and we're going to take you through some of the hardware and software specs. So the first thing you'll notice is it comes with a 4-inch display, so it's got room to display an extra row of icons on the screen there. The resolution has been bumped up to 1136 by 640, but the pixels per inch are the same as the iPhone 4S, and that's 326 pixels. So it's got the Retina display, it's bright, it's very sharp when you're zooming in on web pages, on text, on images as well. It runs an A6 dual-core processor, which we've clocked using the Geekbench app, so it's been clocked at, let's just check this, just over 1 gigahertz there, and it's got just over 1 gig of RAM as well, so it's great for switching between apps. There's no lag at all. Running multiple apps, it's no problem to the device whatsoever. Now, a couple of design changes apart from the screen size. So on the front, it's still got the glass on the front, still got the home screen button. There's a HD webcam on the front, so that's 720p for better FaceTime video calling. Around the side we've still got the silver band. That's where you put in a nano SIM this time, not a micro SIM. It's been shrunk even smaller, so you'll need to get a new SIM. On the back it's aluminium. Does stain a little bit there. We've only had it for a few minutes, but it does make the phone feel much lighter. It weighs 112 grams. On the other side it's again similar to the 4S with your volume controls and your lock button there as well. Now, the major change on the bottom is the introduction of the smaller lightning connector, and the headphone socket has also been moved to the bottom of the device, and you do get the new EarPod headphones as well, which are supposed to deliver much better sound quality. This particular device is running on the Vodafone network, so it's got 3G, but the device does have support for 4G, and you'll have to go on Everything Everywhere to get that at the moment, but other networks should get that sometime next year. On the back as well, I just need to mention the 8 megapixel video and camera. So they've added a panorama view, so you can stitch together a photo. Now that's been on some Android devices for a while. But they've also improved the stabilization and should have a sharper image quality as well. In terms of battery life, you can expect 10 hours of video playback, 8 hours of browsing over 3G or 4G, and 10 hours on Wi-Fi as well. So let's take you through some of the features of iOS 6, which is the operating system that ships with this device. So you'll notice some changes in the settings menu. You've got the Do Not Disturb feature, which you can turn on, and to access that you can schedule it. So this will, if I don't want to be disturbed between 10 and 7, I can switch that on, and I'll just allow calls from some people, and you can set that to whoever you want if that's something. You can turn that off as well. You need to set this on a daily basis though. You can't set it for the weekdays, so that's something you're going to have to bear in mind. Also, Apple has added in these privacy features, so it's much easier to check those. You turn on your location services for your various apps. From there, you can manage your Twitter and your Facebook privacy settings as well. You can sync your iCloud, which was on the previous version. And also, there you go, you can notice that Facebook has now been integrated into the core of iOS. So you log into your account after you've installed the application, and then it will let you tweet and here we go, I've logged into my Twitter account, so it's going to let me tweet from the notifications bar, and once I log into my Facebook account, it will also come up with an option to let me send a Facebook post there. So let's have a look at some of the more core features of iOS 6. Of course, Apple Maps, everybody's talking about that at the moment. Here we are. It seems a bit bare. There's been differing opinions on the design. Personally, I find it not as good as Google Maps so far. I've just flicked up the corner there so I can change to satellite view. I can show traffic eventually. As you can see, let's search for the office. So let's just type in a quick search. 30 Cleveland Street. Oh, we're not quite in Paddington, so let's see what it comes up with. Let's see if it's going to be able to locate us. Let's go to the standard so I can see where we are. It renders pretty quickly. This is not actually where our office is. I'm not quite sure where this is, which Cleveland Street, but it's near a river somewhere. So there we go. You can change to 3D mode as well. You can zoom in. And obviously, there we go, let's use the current location. Is that better? Has it found us? Where are we? Yes, there we are. It has found us. One thing I don't like is the fact that it doesn't clearly locate tube stations. So on Google Maps it just uses the tube symbol, but here it uses different symbols. So if I want to locate Warren Street, for example, or which station is that? Great Portland Street, you really have to zoom in and fiddle around to try and find them there. So they need to try and improve that. You can, of course, start using Google Maps. You go to maps.google.com, and then basically all you do is you tap on this icon here and you add to home screen, and then voila, you will have it located on your home screen. YouTube doesn't actually come preloaded on this version of iOS, so you're going to have to download that as well, and you download Facebook and Twitter. It prompts you to do that when you're running them. Siri has been improved, so let's ask her some questions, or him, depending on who it is. Tell me the Premier League fixtures this weekend. So it's picked up the question quickly there, and it does need to connect to the internet to find the answers, and we are running over 3G, so this might take a while, but hopefully should be able to search for them. It's better used over Wi-Fi. Okay, let's move on. It's enough out of Siri. But it did understand the question, so that's not too bad. Changes have also been made to Safari. It has been beefed up, so if I go to web page there, now I can add things to my reading list. So say I want to read this iPhone first look review on IT Pro, but I don't have. I want to read it on the train when I don't have a stable internet connection. What you can do is you load up the page when you do have an internet connection. You add it to a reading list, which is done by tapping that again. Add to reading list. It will download this. Now it will automatically download the multiple pages, and then when I don't have an internet connection, I can still read stuff. So if I tap this icon here, if I go to my reading list, let's see what I had earlier. I had this. Just looking up some sporting activities, and then that should load up automatically. Another key feature is that it will sync across your iOS devices. So I've got an iPad here. Just put it down for a second while it's loading. And I have synced this with the iCloud. So now this comes with an iCloud app. So now it's telling me what is located on my phone. I don't have an internet connection on this, but then it would open up and then let me carry on reading that. So that's a handy feature. And you'll also notice quickly, iTunes has also been redesigned. Hopefully once it loads up. It's been given a much clearer interface. So everything is carousel based now. You see the latest music or the latest movies. It's all album art cover stuff, so it's kind of like they do on Netflix. It's visually appealing, which is pretty good. And you can obviously sign up to that and download stuff from there. But generally, it seems a nice device. If it can last in our battery life test, that would be particularly good. The screen is lovely. It does look a bit squeezed up against the old iPhone 4S, but we'll be doing a comparison with that. But all in all, it is quite expensive though. This is a 32 gig model, and the pricing starts at £33 per month, and you'll still have to pay an upfront fee as well of over £200, but you'll get 600 minutes unlimited text, but just 500 megabytes of data. If you want more data, Vodafone offer up to 2 gig of data per month. You'll have to pay an upfront fee of £149 and pay £42 a month for this 32 gig device. So you could get the cheaper 16 gig version. There are options out there. You could scale up as well if you want. That's our first look at the iPhone 5, and it seems like a good device so far.